The Mississippi State Board of Contractors was established in 1952 to protect the health, safety, and welfare of all persons dealing with those engaged in the vocation of contracting. MSBOC regulates commercial and residential contractors who bid on or perform work in Mississippi. This overview is offered to provide contractors with the necessary information and resources to help you obtain a license to work in Mississippi.
MSBOC receives thousands of applications each year, but numerous applications are returned or rejected due to incomplete or incorrect information. We don't want this to happen to you. This video is designed to help you with the application process and point out common mistakes and oversights to avoid, so your application won't be rejected or delayed. Before we begin learning the steps to obtain a license, let's first cover a few definitions.
A qualifying party is the individual responsible for taking any required exams. The qualifying party must be an owner, officer, or responsible managing employee.
Classification is the type of trade to be performed by the applicant. The major classifications are building construction, heavy construction, highway, street and bridge work, mechanical work, electrical work, or municipal and public works construction.
A specialty classification is a division under a major classification for which a contractor may be licensed for a more specific trade, such as drywall, roofing, or process piping.
Reciprocity refers to agreements Mississippi has made with several states that allows a qualifying party to receive credit for an exam previously taken and successfully passed. Even though an exam may be waived, applicants must still complete the application process to obtain a contractor's license.
Now that we've gone over these definitions, let's look at the 3 steps to obtaining a license. Step 1, the application process. Step 2, testing. Step 3, board review and approval. Let's begin with the application process. While the application may look intimidating, it really shouldn't. There are only 5 sections to be completed. We suggest you look through the application before you begin filling it out. Read through the instructions and gather the specified documents so you will have them to refer to while completing the application. The required documents must be included with the application before it is presented to the board for review and approval. A U.S. Social Security number is required for each qualifying party included on the license. Other forms of identification are not acceptable. If you get to a certain section of the application that doesn't apply to you, write the letters NA for not applicable. Don't leave any space blank or ignore any of the sections. Please type or clearly print your answers in blue or black ink only. When MSBOC receives your application, it is scanned into a computer system, and anything other than blue or black ink cannot be read. Lastly, please remember that applicants have 180 days to complete the application process. After 180 days, incomplete applications are destroyed.
Now that we've gotten those basics out of the way, it's time to get started. New license applicants must include the required non-refundable fee when submitting an application. For commercial applications, the fee is $400. Residential applications require a $50 fee. MSBOC can accept checks and money orders made payable to MSBOC, but please do not send cash.
Section 1 covers identifying information. You must conduct business under the exact name as shown on the application. That is the name that will be printed on the certificate of licensure. So please, make sure you list the correct name on the application. Conducting business under any other name is equivalent to unlicensed construction and may subject you to a penalty. The mailing address is the address where you want your license and any other communications from MSBOC mailed. If your physical address differs from your mailing address, you must also list the physical address. If it is the same, please write the words "same as mailing address." you must provide a Mississippi Income Tax ID number or a Federal Income Tax ID number if you are a corporation, limited liability corporation, or limited liability partnership. If you are a sole proprietor, you must provide your Social Security number. A Mississippi sales tax number or use tax number is required on all commercial applications.
For more information about obtaining a Mississippi sales tax number, a Mississippi use tax number, or a Mississippi income tax ID number, contact the Mississippi Department of Revenue. For more information about obtaining a federal income tax ID number, contact the IRS. Finally, if you're a minority contractor and would like to be noted as a minority contractor in the MSBOC database, please check the appropriate box.
In the Type of Business section on page 5, you may choose Individual Sole Proprietor, Corporation, Limited Liability Corporation, Limited Liability Partnership, or Limited Partnership, but be sure to choose only one. If you are operating as an individual sole proprietor, you are the only one who runs the business. If operating as a corporation, limited liability corporation, or limited liability partnership, you must be registered with the Mississippi Secretary of State and show proof of good standing with the Mississippi Secretary of State before applying for a contractor license. And the information that MSBOC receives from you must match the official information listed in the Secretary of State records. To contact the Mississippi Secretary of State's office, please visit their website at www.sos.ms.gov. List any subsidiaries or affiliated companies associated with the applicant and provide a detailed explanation of how the two are connected. If this question doesn't apply to you, simply write "not applicable." Section 2 covers qualifying party information. In this section, you will be filling out information on the qualifying party. Remember, a qualifying party is an owner, responsible managing officer, responsible managing employee, or a member of the executive staff who appears for and takes examinations on behalf of the individual, partnership, or corporation seeking a license. In other words, a qualifier is the person who sits for the exams and is responsible for the construction operations. The qualifier is the person who has the relevant, hands-on experience required for the license classification. MSBOC allows multiple qualifying parties to be associated with a license. For instance, you may have one qualifying party who takes the trade exam and a different qualifying party who takes the law and business management exam. Proof of employment in the form of a check stub, W-2, or Secretary of State listing must be submitted for each qualifying party listed. Be sure to provide the qualifier's full legal name and Social Security number. If you don't have a middle name, write the words "no middle name," or if the first or middle name is an initial, in parentheses, write the words "initial only" after the letter. Section 3. Background information. In determining the qualifications of any applicant for a certificate of licensure, the board shall take into consideration a variety of factors, including experience and ability, character, manner of performance of previous contracts, financial condition, personnel, work completed, and ability to perform work satisfactorily, as well as the results of standardized examinations. In this section, it is important to provide honest and complete answers to each question asked. Read every question carefully and answer all questions accurately. These questions apply to you and everyone included on the application, unless the question indicates otherwise. If you answer yes to any question, you must provide a written statement with a detailed explanation for each situation. It is important you fully understand what is being asked and what details you need to include in a written statement. misrepresentation of information shall be deemed sufficient cause to deny an application. If you need additional space to explain any of your answers, please feel free to attach separate sheets of paper. Be sure to list any other licenses you are currently connected with or have been connected with in the past. Having a conviction on your record does not preclude you from receiving a license, but failure to disclose such information could result in denial of the application.
In Section 4, you will need to indicate the type of work for which you are seeking a license. If you are completing a residential application, select the classification that corresponds with the work that you will be performing. Choose from residential building, residential remodeling, residential roofing, construction manager, residential solar, residential mechanical, residential HVAC, residential plumbing, and residential electrical.
If you are completing a commercial application, you can select a major classification, a specialty classification, or both. Be sure to accurately describe the type of work you will be performing to ensure the classification of licensure will cover the work. For a complete list of all classifications, see Appendix A in the Commercial Application Packet. If you have questions or need help selecting a classification, contact one of our licensing agents for assistance. Next, you need to list your construction experience. Provide detailed information of projects you have completed demonstrating work in the classification for which you are seeking a license. For example, if you are applying for an electrical license, you need to list projects where you performed electrical work. Keep in mind that office duties do not qualify. When all the necessary information is complete, you should date, sign, and print your name in the appropriate space. MSBOC encourages you to make a complete copy of the application and required attachments to keep for your own records. If any of the information is forged, falsified, or incorrect, your application will be rejected or denied. Finally, go over your application one more time to make sure all areas are filled out and the requested information is complete and you have attached all required documentation. Use the Required Items checklist found in Section 6 to ensure you have included everything with your payment and completed application form. Remember, you must submit the appropriate proof of employment for each qualifying party. Applicants must submit a minimum of 3 reference letters. One reference letter must be submitted by the applicant's bank or financial institution. The other reference letters can be submitted by any individual or entity the applicant has worked with, such as another contractor, architect, or supplier. Refer to the appendices at the back of the application for example reference letters. MSBOC requires applicants completing a commercial application to provide a reviewed financial statement prepared by a certified public accountant. The reviewed financial statement must demonstrate a net worth of $50,000 or greater if applying for a major classification, or a net worth of $20,000 or greater if applying for a specialty classification. Again, the reviewed financial statement requirement only applies to applicants for a commercial license. Be sure to include a copy of your Certificate of General Liability Insurance coverage. MSBOC must be listed on the policy to be notified in the event of cancellation of coverage. Commercial applicants must show coverage in the amounts of $300,000 per occurrence or $600,000 aggregate at a minimum. There is no minimum coverage amount required for residential applicants, just proof of coverage. If you have 5 or more employees, please submit proof of workers' compensation coverage. If applicant is a corporation, LLC, or LLP, you must attach proof of good standing with the Mississippi Secretary of State. Make sure you have included the required tax ID numbers and the affidavit on page 9 has been signed. Finally, commercial applicants applying for the fire sprinkler classification must include proof of having NICET Level 3 certification for the qualifying party. When you are done, mail your application along with the required application fee and all documents to MSBOC at P.O. Box 320279, Jackson, Mississippi 39232. Once we receive your application, MSBOC will mail you a Candidate Information Bulletin. This bulletin contains all the necessary information you will need regarding required exams, including how to register for and schedule your exam. Keep in mind, some specialty classifications do not require a trade exam, but all applicants are required to take the Mississippi Law and Business Management exam. You will be required to contact the testing company, PSI, to schedule your exam. Exams are given several days a week. You may schedule your exam for a date, time, and location that is convenient for you.
Once you have successfully passed your exam, your application will be submitted to the board for review. Applications are processed on a weekly basis. Once approved, it takes approximately 5 working days for the license to be issued. The license will be mailed to the address listed on the application. Remember, your license is only good for 1 year, and it is your responsibility to renew your license annually. We hope you found this video helpful. You can watch this video as many times as you need to. Also, feel free to visit our website at www.msboc.us or call our office at 1-800-880-6161. Our office is open from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., Monday through Friday. We are here to help you. Best wishes as a Mississippi licensed contractor.